Hello, Reddit. How would you like to play a game? Destiny will release 4 DLCs. The first 3 will be grindy fucking pains in the ass, while the last one will be a puzzle that's just completely fucking unsolvable, causing streamers, hardcore fans, and many more to not sleep, trying to solve a dumb fucking puzzle to play content that they've already paid for, but can't, because it's behind some fucking dumb puzzle, in an attempt to prolong the DLC, so they don't have to produce more content for a while. There's only one way to put an end to all the madness. Alt F4. Make your choice.
So Sam, like, how's life, man? Are you doing well?
Life is great, man. Look, I've lost my girlfriend, I lost my job.
Nice.
I've got no money now, right? But everything is really good. I promise you, everything is fantastic.
I don't want to be cynical or whatever. It just sounds like maybe that stuff's a bit shit, and maybe that's not the best.
No. You don't understand, dude. I don't have any money, no girlfriend, no job. That means nothing else I have to do now than work on the Destiny puzzle, man.
Oh, right,
That's all I do all day, and it's
Okay.
fantastic. I haven't broken it yet, but I will. I promise, I will definitely break it.
So that's the only way to beat Destiny now, to
You
basically
can't do
give up the rest of your life.
You can't do anything else but try this fucking puzzle,
Okay,
everybody.
right. The question is, Sam, most important question. Are you smart enough to solve this puzzle?
I'm not a smart man.
You calling me dumb, Bungie? Is that what you're doing? You calling me dumb? You talking to me?
I am. I'm calling you.
I've heard that all my life. Can we just say quickly that I forgot that we're doing Laymen this morning, and I'm just wearing this kind of flamingo shirt. Got my pink pants on, pink shoes on, everyone. It's summer in Australia, everyone.
And they ask why they call us Gamon.
Yeah, I know, right?
Oh, be nice.
That's the honest questions.
Honest questions, that's
Ladies
okay.
and gentlemen, welcome back
Mostly gentlemen.
to another Bungle special.
Oh yeah, Lamon Gamon, loving to talk about that good old bungle.
Celebrating the ongoing issues and catastrophes of Destiny 2 for over a year running now. Very proud of our track record
It's more
on
than
that
that
front.
now,
It
God.
is, that's right. It's a year and a bit now.
Yeah, exactly right. Every single episode, we love doing it.
The latest drama revolves around the newly released DLC called Black Armory.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now this was a $10 update as part of their season pass model. So you had to buy Forsaken, by the way, which was like, you know,
That's right.
50, basically the price of a full price game.
Yeah, at one
okay?
point it was like $160 just to get on the bandwagon
With
of
everything.
Destiny.
That's
It was
right,
fucking
yeah.
a joke. But anyway,
So you had to buy Forsaken, and then on top of Forsaken, if you want to get all the stuff, you also need to buy the Season Pass. The Season Pass has 3 content drops within it. The first one is called Black Armory, the second one is called Penumbra, and the third one is called Joker's Wild, okay? Black Armory is about unlocking these weapon forges that allow you to basically try your luck at getting really good weapon rolls on some pretty decent weapons.
Sure.
And it also has a raid involved as well.
4 in total, right?
4 forges in total were unlocked, or were going to be unlocked. We'll get to that later, okay? So what they decided to do with Black Armory was, instead of releasing everything at once, they would actually stagger the releases of these 4 forges, so they would kind of take like a month and a bit to get all of them, as opposed to just having them all at the start.
Definitely not to just extend the DLC, everyone. Definitely not.
Hello, Reddit.
A lot of people feel as though this was designed to artificially inflate the length and value of this DLC. I get that perspective. The flip side perspective is, it's nice to have something interesting to do and to log into, you know, every week.
Totally.
The challenge is that this shit just wasn't interesting. Like, to unlock these forges was this fucking horrendous grind.
Yeah, I think, yeah.
And in the first instance, by the way, you couldn't even play the forge unless you grinded like an entire week's
Totally.
worth of light levels to catch up.
Of stuff that's
because
not in that DLC, like just normal
the
stuff
boring
that you were
old
doing.
stuff.
Exactly right.
Correct. There's a raid which I did, which is actually excellent, can I say? Like, really fantastic raid. But the forges themselves are very boring, repetitive, like horde mode encounters. And to have to go through literally 5 or 6 hours of grind to unlock the 3rd forge, for example, was super painful, okay? This brings us to this week's Forge Challenge. Now, instead of unlocking the forge through a grind, Bungie decided that they would instead make it unlockable through a puzzle.
Which is pretty cool.
Which is
Let's
a very
start
cool concept.
there,
It is, okay?
Definitely, because I think a lot of the community was like, come on, I'm fucking over this whole grinding
Totally.
shit. For them to throw this in, first off, pretty cool.
I respect they tried something different here.
100%.
Definitely. They said that the way it worked was that basically everyone could try and do this puzzle. It required a fire team of 3 people. and it also required some specific weapons that you should have earned over time. Okay, and as you do that, you can get through 7 different layers of this puzzle. And the first person, or the first group of 3 that unlock the puzzle will unlock the activity, the forge, for every player across Destiny. Okay, so all it takes is 3 people, one group, to be able to crack this thing, and then everyone can start playing.
Yeah.
The problem is, no one could fucking beat it.
That's the thing.
For an entire day, 24 hours straight, people have been trying to beat this thing. And at the time of recording, which is, like, I think we're at, what are we now, 1 p.m. PST? No one could fucking beat this thing.
I think it's a very cool concept. It's not the first game that's done this. World of Warcraft did this with the Gates of Anchorage. I think that worked really well for World of Warcraft.
Yeah.
Destiny might have looked at that and gone, cool. Let's continue to try and do this the whole community rallies together and watches, or at least tries to do this thing.
Sure.
And after all this, after everyone was just like, holy shit, what the fuck? I cannot finish this goddamn puzzle. People weren't sleeping, for God's sake.
Yeah.
Streamers were like, as I said, like 24 hours straight.
Yeah.
The community backlash was pretty goddamn
Massive.
big.
Absolutely huge. Yeah, I mean, but basically you had a situation where people paid for a product. They weren't allowed to play that product until some people beat some really obscure puzzle that most people knew they couldn't do themselves, because they either played solo or because their brains just weren't
they're too dumb.
geared that way. They were too dumb. Well, this is the challenge. The Bungie actually tweeted out at some point that Niobe Labs are open to anyone who is brave enough and smart enough to be able to complete the challenge. Now, they ended up deleting that tweet because it triggered people so badly. But the inference was, hey man, if you're not smart, bad fucking luck. Let some smart people do it. You just sit there, okay?
But again, I think it's really fantastic they were trying to be so ambitious with this.
Definitely agree.
And, it's like kind of damned if they do, damned if they don't, They try and create they try and create a puzzle that is very extremely hard, At the same time, if they didn't do that and they made some basic bitch puzzle, everyone would be like, bitch, please, why did I buy this? This is easy as fuck. So there was like a balance there. And they obviously got the balance wrong.
Exactly.
But again, I still much rather than do really ambitious stuff that really respects the intelligence of the gamer and makes you feel like, wow, Destiny's really giving us some really hard shit here.
Yeah, I agree. Having watched people do the puzzle, levels 1 through 5 were actually really well designed, good clues, etc. 6 and 7 were basically just guessing games. And the biggest problem was that each attempt took about 15 minutes. And you had to go back to the very start of the puzzle in order to be able to do another attempt at, the next layer, okay? You only had 1 minute to input the code or whatever for the next layer, and if you failed it, you were back to the start, which meant that literally people like Dado were going for almost 24 hours straight, doing the same thing over and over again on 15-minute intervals. No one enjoys that. No one likes watching that. No one likes anything. That was just absolutely just awful to watch,
Totally.
So the idea was there, the ambition was there, and I really congratulate Bungie on that aspect. No question. Yeah. But the execution was poor because the puzzle wasn't great, and also because you can't lock people out of stuff on day one.
Yeah, and this isn't the first time we've seen this too.
Secrets are core to the Destiny experience. They're really a huge part of it, but they're always about auxiliary activities, like unlocking a specific weapon or something like that. They're not about locking the entire experience behind a puzzle. Yeah. That's shit.
I think also the problem there was the fact that they were kind of relying on the hardcore community to do that. Now, I don't necessarily think that's a bad thing if they thought that the puzzle was going to be broken quite quickly and the casual audience weren't going to really feel the bite of being locked out of that for a long time. But obviously, as I said, it's backfired, and it's really kind of it's shown a light on the fact that they needed the hardcore community to step up and do this, and they couldn't do it. So everyone's
suffers basically.
Everyone suffers because it's really an exercise for the hardcore. Yeah,
that's a common complaint about Destiny in its current form. They say Destiny is no longer for casual players, it's for the hardcore nerds only. I understand that perspective. I think that that's good for Destiny in some regards, but I definitely see how it's shit in others. Yeah. It does feel like the game is very demanding at this point, and it really pushes away more casual players.
I agree, but again, they're damned if they do, they're damned if they don't.
Absolutely.
Originally, their original vision for Destiny 2 was like, let's make this a bit more casual. They did that, it pissed a lot of people off.
It really sucked. Fucking sucked.
And then ultimately the hardcore community weren't happy because that was the main community community of Destiny 1.
Yeah.
They all ported over to Destiny 2. Now they've tried to make it more hardcore for that fan base.
Yeah.
And maybe it is blowing up in their face slightly because, you know, you can't make both communities happy. Where do they go from there?
That's
you
right.
know?
Poor Bungie. They can't
Poor
win.
Bungie.
They're
Yes.
either fucking up the casual dumb people.
Yes.
Or they're completely sending the smart people insane because
100%.
the puzzle is just stupid
It's
and impossible.
too hard for some mere mortals.
That's right. I didn't even bother to try it. I was like, that's not me.
Too much of a basic bitch.
I was
everybody.
just
You
gonna
couldn't
watch it
do
on stream. I was like, Dado, Godspeed, man. Anyway, guys, that's Destiny 2.
That's it.
The latest Black Armory update dramas. The new Forge will be available by the time this video goes live. So if you're on Destiny, you can check it out. We'll keep you updated with any more of the Bungle gossip.
Bungle, Bethesda stuff, Diablo, mobile games in general.
That's
Just
right.
keep you updated.
When are they going to
man.
announce Destiny
Are
mobile?
we going to become like a mobile hate channel?
We
I
should.
think so.
That's
I'm looking forward to that.
That's a good segment.